With the help of the Almighty, my name is Rabbi Yisroel Dovid Weiss of Neturei Karta Jews United Against Zionism.
And could you spell your name for us?
Yisroel. Dovid is D-O-V-I-D. Weiss, W-E-I-S-S.
And tell us what you're doing here today, what your message was, what's on your mind today.
Well, with the help of the Almighty, we came because we are religious Jews, and because we are Jews, it is critical that we come up and speak on the streets and let the world know that the slaughter that is happening in Gaza, and actually the over 75 years of the oppression and the occupation of the people of Palestine, is not Jewish. Judaism is subservience to God. It's a religion of 3,000 years, not to kill, not to steal, to be compassionate as God teaches us. And this occupation is a movement, a nationalist movement that started a little over 100 years ago, and they're simply masquerading in the facade of my religion, using the Star of David, the name Yisroel, and completely contradictory to the Torah. The Torah tells us, since the destruction of the temple, we're forbidden to create a Jewish sovereignty, and certainly not by killing or stealing, and certainly not to a people who, throughout history, the Muslim and including the Ottoman Empire, took in the Jews. They embraced us. We lived together for hundreds of years in harmony with a distinctly different religion. So this is not a religious conflict. Zionism and the state of Israel is trying to portray this as a religious conflict, a hate to the Jews, and therefore they dehumanize the people of Gaza, and now they're killing them like vermin. It's unacceptable. We know what it means. My grandparents were killed in Auschwitz. We know what it means that when the world is silent. And here the world is silent because maybe they're not comprehending what is actually happening here. These are innocent people who are being killed simply because of a selfish movement to create a homeland. That's not Judaism. Judaism, again, is to serve God, and the rabbis around the world, and even from day one, from Zionism, the introduction of Zionism, till today, if you will go right across here to Williamsburg, Brooklyn, the largest concentration of religious Jews, to Jerusalem, where you have the very religious communities, or Montreal, or England, wherever you will find, invariably, the more the religious, the more an opposition to the concept of the existence of the state of Israel, because it's an ersatz Judaism, it's a nationalism void of godliness. They may use the strappings of the religion, they may say that they're free to practice religion, but it's not Judaism. And it's a farce that you can practice the religion because Jews are being brutally beaten in the streets of Jerusalem. And we're never armed. They can't call us terrorists. And they're brutally beaten, attacked by the Israeli army simply because we're standing on the streets and demanding a free Palestine, demanding from day one. The chief rabbi of Palestine pleaded with the United Nations. Rabbi Dushinsky said, we furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine. This was in 1947. They created a rabbinate and the chief rabbis all as window dressing for their totally illegitimate state. It's not Judaism. It is exacerbating anti-Semitism. It is the personification of anti-Semitism, this state, because in actuality, you see, they're killing people, the Muslims and the Jews who are opposed to them, and they have caused the death of tens of thousands of both Palestinians and Jews since the advent of Zionism. Prior to that, Jews were living with Muslims. So what is anti-Semitism if not the Zionism and their state? And it should never be confused with Judaism.